Hey everyone, Brian Bearable Traders. It's July 5th and happy 4th of July to all US traders out there. Hope you had a safe and great Independence Day holiday. And we're looking forward to getting back Monday, trading the markets and see how things go. We've got um, futures are green right now, so I'm kind of surprised actually with all the infection rates up, but and people pulling back on opening, but apparently futures are still pointing to a higher open. So we'll hopefully see how if that holds into the morning. And let's get right into it. You can see here what happened Friday, opened up higher, pretty much sold off during the day on all the indexes. Let's just take a look and see where we might be going this week. So transports usually like to start out with that. And you can see here, off day on Thursday, and again a hollow fill candle on Friday. Volume pretty light. You're going to hear that a lot because, of course, Thursday we were heading into a long weekend. Those are always light in terms of the volume, and you can see the whole week was pretty light. And although the transports did finish up on the week by about 5%, so market's still trending higher. Stokes turning up. RSI hanging right around 50 on the transports. Don't seem to be going any direction one way or another. You can see here the 10-year, we're kind of just chopping in the range. If we do get a bit of a move up here, we can watch for financials to go higher because financials like when interest rates go up and not so much when they go down. So we'll just see if we seem to be really stuck in sort of this 0.6 to 7 range on the treasuries and the yields. VIX really sold off during the week, and yeah, so you can see here continues to look weak. So we're probably going to retest this 25 level if the markets continue higher. You can see here RSI heading lower. I think volatility continues to head lower here, so could even be worth a short on the VIX. And again, the weekly, we just held this 200, so we just watch for this to, if the 200 really breaks here, we could be heading down to again this level here, and then we've got a gap to fill here down to about 20. So VIX again, I'm expecting it to go lower. You can see here the IWM on the day. We had a hollow fill candle. Of course, markets reversed during the day compared to the open. On the week, we were up. We were up 4% on the week on the IWM, the small caps. Again, we may just be stuck in a range here. We're right at the 200 day. We've rejected that a few times, but of course, there's a floor to the market with the Fed just continuing to pump money in there, or and buying bonds and everything else. Again, the Nasdaq, the Qs on the day, well off their highs, but high of the all-time high, and we continue to push higher, up 5% almost on the week. Amazing, continues to go, and we're well past all-time highs here. So the technology sector continues to lead us higher. And the SPY again, we've done a triple top here, and we're maybe continuing just to chop along here. You can see here volumes dropped off, certainly compared to late back here and when we had this sell-off. And but stochastics going up, RSI trending up. So yeah, we definitely need to break out of this 315 area. That's the weekly, again up around 4% on the week. Had strong week. Still held this 50 moving average, and it looks like we're RSI double bottom here. Looks like we're going to continue to go higher on the SPY, albeit may just slow grind. And the Dow, again, volume dropping off here, and some lower volume, of course, on Thursday. And let's just see here quickly. Again, up 3.25% on the week, and volume light on the week, but still looking like we're holding this 2,500 level on the Dow, and I wouldn't expect us to drop below that. I still think we're going to kind of hold this level with all the liquidity in the market. So let's just take a quick look here at some of the sectors. You can see here discretionary again, kind of hollow fill candle. Communication stocks are actually down on the week. That's interesting. Technology up. Interesting that the material stocks were up on the week. So, and we had some strength in gold. You can see XLV, the healthcare stocks, which I think are going to go higher. They had a nice gap up and held. Materials, nice gap up and held. Financials, not so strong with the interest rates continuing to be lower. Financials are coming up here in a few weeks. We're going to get back into earnings season, believe it or not. And financials are the ones that usually kick things off. So we'll see what their read is on the markets and on the economy. It'll be kind of interesting. And you can see here, energy still weak. Yeah, so healthcare and materials seem to be leading the charge here. Let us take a look at some of our charts here. Take a look at the scans. So here's one I thought might be an interesting short. This is BJ's Restaurants. You can see here we're kind of, we had a push higher up to close to the 200, and now we had rejection. These moving averages, the 20 seems to be rolling over. We've lost the 50, and this is really this was a play on the economy closing down again with the rise in infection rates, especially in the southern part of the U.S. Restaurants closing again just because of the infection rate, and you can see RSI dropping here. So this could flush back down to there's a level around 17. Certainly we've got level in somewhere around here 15.50. So I was thinking if we lose sort of low 19 on BJ Restaurants and close below that, it might be a decent short. And you can see here volume rising. Stochastics looking weak, so BJ on the list for potential shorts. Now on the opposite side of that, Blue Ribbon seems to be picking up some strength here. You can see I drew an ascending triangle line. This definitely seems to be an area of resistance, sort of this 12.25 level. So a little bit of a pullback. Maybe the low on Thursday was around 11. So if we get a bit of a pullback here, we may actually break out because obviously Brew Apron, if people are gonna start staying at home again, avoiding restaurants, this could be a stock that'll push higher. And you can see here we got back up into some decent levels here. We had a high of almost $29. So again, Blue Ribbon for a closure and stay at home. Everything else looks good. Stochastics rising, double bottom on the RSI. Kind of looks interesting here. Healthcare, I mentioned that already, being one of the sectors that seems to be doing pretty well, especially last week. So you can see here, this looks like we're right at the 200-day on cure, and this could be a potential breakout if we can get above it and push higher. CyberArk, here's another interesting one. Looks like we've been holding this 95 level a couple times and pushed back over 100. 107 is the 200-day moving average, 108, and yeah, this looks like it's strong. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, I sold out of all my position, or most of it, on Thursday, just because of the sort of topping formation here. I'm expecting a bit of a pullback. When I get that pullback, and I'm hoping I'll get a pullback, I'm going to get back in on gold because the trend is still higher. We have broken out of this wedge. I'm maybe trying to finesse it a little too much here, but I'm thinking it's looking like it needs to have a bit of a pullback here, and hoping it will, and then I can get back in on it. INO, I mentioned it on Wednesday, my midweek review as a potential bounce, and of course it did bounce on Thursday. So I don't know if anyone got into that, but again, well off the highs. I think it still has room to run here, so we'll see if it comes back. INOVA, I should say, is one I'm still sort of watching here. Kind of a indecision candle on Thursday after a pop on Wednesday. So we'll keep an eye on that one. If it does break this sort of 2970 level, it looks like it might want to head back up to this sort of 32 area, 31 to 32 area. Silver, again, same story as the GDX, the gold trade. Looking for a bit of a pullback here, and if I get it, I'll probably be looking to take an entry on it. But right now, it's looking like it needs to pull back and maybe consolidate a bit. Square been just on a continual uptrend. I guess another pullback back to sort of 105 might be a decent entry on that one. And here's one here. I'm just looking at smaller price stock. It definitely seems to be on an uptrend. You see I've drawn the lines in here. Here's where it broke out back in late May. Did a typical pattern where you have a major breakout and then you do a pullback to the breakout point, a double bottom here, and then you get another push higher, and now we've got a higher low, and it looks like again it's starting to break out here. RSI rising, volume coming in on this, and stochastics turning up. MACD looks good, so this stock looks like it's going to push higher, maybe grab it on a bit of a pullback front to 6, and hopefully we can maybe pick it up and ride it higher. So that's it, everybody. I hope, like I said, I hope everyone's had a good holiday weekend. And if you're going to join us, we'll look forward to seeing you at 8:30 pre-market show, live on YouTube, as well as in the chat room for our members. And then we'll trade the open and see what the open brings to us on Monday morning. Cheers, everybody. Have a good one. Rest of your long weekend. Stay safe. Bye for now.